Hi guys, Mr. Edemia here. This is the first of, well, it's not really a vlog, this one. I'm probably going to do another video just later on. But I was speaking to Dickie Dandruff earlier on, and he suggested I do a 50 facts thing, similar to, what's her name? Let's check in YouTube again. Bunny Honeybee, there we go. You'd think I'd remember that by now. I've said it 3 times already trying to redo this video. Yeah, so similar to something that Bunny Honeybee has done. Probably won't be as exciting because I'm a big geek, but I've said to Dickie Dandruff that he needs to do one as well, so he better do one or else. So I'm going to be reading off a little bit of a list here that I made, just spitting random facts about myself. So we'll see how it goes by the time I've done all that. If you're still with me at the end, thanks for paying attention. If not, then I'm going to go into business as a sleeping tablet. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, my middle name is William. That was named after my late grandfather. My name should have been William rather than David, but it's David William. So I'm originally from Halifax. I was born in Halifax, which is down in West Yorkshire. People don't believe me when I say this because my Scottish accent is so broad. But I knew that was going to happen. That's my message tone on my phone. Spot a geek. Where was I? Yes. When I came up here when I was 4, I had a very broad Yorkshire accent, but I've become acclimatised to the Scottish one now, and now you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference unless I told you. I play guitar, which is over in the corner, and you can see the headstock there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Or left, whatever way you're looking at it. It's on my right hand side, so yeah, probably bottom left. Anyway, I've been playing that now for several years. Recently I just got into it because of listening to Eric Clapton and Cream and things, and the first song I ever learned to play was Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, a song I still love to this day. I play all sorts of different things: Thin Lizzy, Eric Clapton, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, pretty much anything. I'll try anything. I've even had a bash of doing some Joe Satriani stuff, which is an absolute freaking nightmare if you don't know how to legato, which I don't. My favourite colour, purple, always has been. Favourite food is Italian. I love Italian food, especially risottos. My chosen career path at the moment, I'm hoping to be a writer, or a novelist I should say. Currently working on a couple of novels. One is about a demonic bounty hunter, which I'm hoping that I might be able to get self-published or e-published by the end of the year. So look out for that on Amazon, on your Amazon store, or Kindles, or whatever some of these, Kubo or something, whatever these other e-readers are. And I'm also working on a fantasy novel, which I've been working on for the last, I don't know, 10 plus years, something like that. And it's taken a little bit longer because of the fact that I'm trying to create my own world, so I'm doing everything from the ground up. So politics, religion, law, races, gods, all that kind of thing. You know, it's taken a long time, but it's a labour of love, and I'm getting more and more ideas all the time for it. So it's now currently sitting at hopefully going to be 2 books. I'm hoping to do maybe 3 or 4 with that. I play World of Warcraft. Used to be majorly addicted to it, but not as much anymore, thankfully. I prefer Horde. My server is the Shatar. I run my own guild with my level 85 Orc Shaman Canis. The guild is called Barbaric Dawn. But I've just recently because of Mr. Pandaria, I've got back into it, and I've been working on a Pandaren Shaman for the Alliance side. I've got a Pandaren Monk for the Horde, but he's going into my guild when I get back into that account. So I'm also an Xbox player. Used to have a PS3, don't have one anymore because I got rid of it because I was bored of it. Now I play Xbox. I'm on my Xbox every day, not necessarily playing games, but I actually do watch BBC iPlayer, Netflix, all that kind of thing on there as well. Hugely passionate about the cinema. I have a cinema unlimited pass, which is brilliant because when I go to the gym, my gym's just downstairs from where the cinema is, so it means I can go and do a workout and then do whatever I need to do after that, and then I can go up and catch a film for free. So yeah, it pays for itself. It's a pretty good, damn good service, to be honest with you. Last book I read was The Shadow King by Gav Thorpe, part of the Sundering trilogy about the High Elves. It's a Warhammer fantasy novel. Again, I read a lot of fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. Really good book though. I would highly recommend the Sundering trilogy, especially if you like elves and dragons and things like that. Okay, so I've been single now for over a year now. My last serious relationship was in September. I started seeing someone in America just recently, where I spent a couple of months going over there. Unfortunately, things didn't work out when I came back. We split up, and yeah, so we decided we would be better off just being friends, because things were going on over there in her life, things were going on in my life, and it just didn't really work out. It's just one of those things that just didn't work out. So, but it's cool because we're still friends. I have a thing about speed dating. Just recently went to one of them the other week. I keep trying to get Dickie Dandruff to go to one with me, but the big coward won't, because his excuse is he's working. So the next time he's not working, I'm going to drag him along to one, see how he likes that. Keeps promising me he'll go, so it's on YouTube now, dude. You need to live up to your promises. I've got 2 tattoos. I've got a dragon on this arm, something else on that arm which I'm going to get covered up, looking to get a sleeve or a half sleeve. Not sure whether to do a superhero villain sleeve or half sleeve, or whether to do a massive sleeve or half sleeve that's just all sorts of things I like. So World of Warcraft, Star Wars Old Republic, Star Wars in general, Doctor Who, superheroes, the whole 9 yards, Warhammer, all that kind of thing. Figure that out when it comes to stuff. I used to watch WWE quite a lot, although I haven't really watched it since I watched WrestleMania this year. It was the last main event I watched, and absolutely loved the match between Triple H and The Undertaker. But when I do watch it, my favourite wrestlers are CM Punk, Randy Orton, Triple H and John Cena. I've even got John Cena's entrance theme music on my phone as a ringtone. I love superheroes. My 2 favourite superheroes, the main one from Marvel is Wolverine, and the main one from DC Comics is the Green Lantern. I don't know what it is, I just love both of those. I used to be in the Royal Air Force, and I was going in to learn to be a mechanical transport driver, but injured myself during basic training and was basically ushered out, which I still regret to this day, because that was my dream job. I'm a carer at the moment, so I help look after my mum, who's got a neurological disorder. Now, the amount of different diagnoses that she's had: multiple sclerosis, dyskinetic disorder, neurological and dissociative disorder. They all mean the same thing basically, just different ways of saying the one thing. So I help do that during the day, which is a bit stressful and can be upsetting at times, but at least I know that she's getting the care that she needs. I've got a close circle of friends. I can count on one hand the amount of friends that I have, which I don't think is a bad thing, to be honest, because it's the amount of people I can trust. Dickie Dandruff is one of them, obviously. Me and him have been friends since we were at school together. Lost contact when he moved away, and then we bumped into each other just randomly. He was applying for a job where I was working. He was going through his training after I'd done mine, and we kind of got back in touch, which was brilliant. I don't drive, but I am going to start driving lessons this year at some point. My ideal car would be a Peugeot. I've got a thing about Peugeots. I'm a Warhammer painter and collector. I do that more than the gaming. I prefer it, it's what relaxes me. My favourite author is Matthew Riley. I once auditioned for a dating show called Dating in the Dark. I didn't know that's what it was at the time, and I'm so glad I didn't get on it, because from what I've seen, that's just a haven for people who are so vain that they can't even pull someone in a pub. Yeah, I have a bit of a problem with people who judge by looks on their own and don't get to know someone in person, because, as I put it, you could end up with someone who's the most gorgeous person on the planet, but they could have the personality of a fruit fly. Whereas if someone isn't the best looking person in the world, then they could have a heart of gold and the best personality in the world. That's just the kind of thing that both me and Dickie Dandruff kind of tend to say. When I was younger, I was once wished a very happy birthday by John Legely during pantomime. I love the theatre. Recently went last year to see Wicked down in London. I think I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I'm looking to go again either this year or next year. Went to Bathgate Academy. Went to Broxton Academy first, then Bathgate Academy, and that's where I met Dickie Dandruff in our math class, Miss McKellig's math class. Yeah, that was fun times. I love to cook. I'll prefer baking, but I will try my hand at anything. I'm a very eclectic taste in music. I listen to things like Disturbed, Shinedown, Theory of a Deadman, Three Doors Down, Five Finger Death Punch, El Divo, Lucy Silvas, loads of different other things. I've accrued from all different people and what have you. Some really cheesy stuff on there that, you know, when I say it, it makes me cringe, but, you know, you can't help it if a song's catchy, you know. Lady Gaga. So, my favourite... I don't drink alcohol. I've not been much for drinking alcohol, but, you know, now I don't drink alcohol at all. I'll stick to juice and water when me and Dickie Dandruff go out. Just recently back from, as I was saying earlier, a couple of months in Washington State in America. Absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to go to Seattle, but I am going to work on that next time. I'd love to travel to San Francisco, Vegas, New York, go to Italy as well, so I'll see Rome, Venice, go to France, go visit Paris, that kind of thing. My favourite cartoons are these guys. Turtles. I prefer this one, by the way. This is the original Turtles with Bebop, Rocksteady and Krang and the Thunderdome, Technodrome should say, all that kind of stuff. It's better than the new manga stuff that's out now. Let's see what else. Thundercats, absolutely love Thundercats. So much so that I almost bought a pair of Converse trainers with Thundercats on it. Yes, I am that sad. My favourite juice is Sprite. I got addicted to it more when I was in America, and now that I've come back, I've kind of carried that addiction back over. Went to Benmore when I was in primary 5, and I did for a school camp thing. Did all sorts of things like orienteering and treasure hunting and what else, gorge walking, all that kind of stuff. I haven't done it since then though. For charity, this year I'm looking to do the Movember, which I think, if I remember correctly, it's you grow a moustache throughout the whole month of November. Can't remember the word now, but people give you money for it. Sponsor you, there we go, and that's, and you'd get there eventually. So yeah, Dickie Dandruff's fault talking about memory loss earlier. Yeah, so basically you grow a moustache and the proceeds go to, I try to remember if it's either for men with prostate cancer or men with testicular cancer, but it's like for a cancer fund anyway, and it's for a really good cause. I'm trying to convince Brett to do it, but he can't grow a moustache and save his life, so I'm not sure. He might go for the beard option. I worked in several different call centres, Sky, BT, which is where I bumped into Brett again. My favourite event is Games Day. Been several times now, love it every time. I haven't been the last couple of years, unfortunately, due to one reason or another. While I was at Games Day, I actually managed to not only meet my favourite fantasy author, who's Clint Langley. Check out his work, he is absolutely amazing stuff. But also I managed to find my favourite 40k author, Dan Abnett, who writes the Gaunt's Ghosts novels, which I absolutely love to bits. And of course, when I saw Dan, rather than going, "Hey Dan, I'm a huge fan, you know, loving your work, what you're working on now," I kind of just slurred my words and looked like a total tool. Yeah, it was kind of like, can I say that again, please? Yeah, thankfully he must have kind of understood, he's probably used to it by now, but it's one of those things where you kind of meet someone, you know, who's sort of a celebrity to you, and your mind just goes blank, and so does the rest of your bodily functions.